Hello and welcome to draft number 2 of day 2 of the Arena Open. I'm Paul Cheon and we are playing for it all here. The timer just ran out. Draft number 2. I now have 2 hours to join this draft. I don't actually know if there's a strategy as to when I should join this draft. Should I join it right away? Should I join it 30 minutes in? But I'm going to join it fairly soon. But once again, I want to highlight what we're playing for here. So we, fortunately, with the help of the best draft deck I've ever drafted in this format, are 4-0 heading into this draft pod. We have 4 matches to play. 4 wins will get us to $2,000, okay? Actually, I think I was mistaken. Previously, I said the magic number was 7, but I think the magic number is 8 no matter what. So my bad there. But if we pick up 4 wins, we get $2,000. We have a loss to give though, if we because we went 4-0. So we can go 4-1. We can go 4-1. We can play 5 rounds, I believe. So this is what we're playing for. Hopefully we can end up with something very similar. But again, nerves are high. We are playing for the highest stakes that you can really on Arena outside of the Arena Championships. And I'm going to head into this draft. Now, before this draft fires, I did want to say that this video is brought to you by tcgplayer.com. If you want to pick up any Magic the Gathering singles or sealed product, or any other singles or sealed product from other various TCGs, make sure you check them out. If you do, make sure you click that affiliate link in the description below. Additionally, this video is brought to you by heavyplay.com. Heavyplay.com is the place to go to for premium Magic the Gathering supplies, deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads. They have a bunch of great stuff. Make sure you check them out. Heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. All right, I am heading in. Let's find a draft table here, folks. This one's not going to fill up quite as quickly. Oh, never mind. It's about to fill. Playing for $2,000. We need to pick up 4 wins in 5 matches. All right, here we go. What did we open? So sadly, this pack is not nearly as good as the first pack that we opened. Nothing completely absurd. There's a Paw Patch Formation and a Driftgloom Coyote. There's a Dourport Mage, but I really don't want to first pick Dourport Mage, so I don't think I'm considering that here. So I'm looking here at Driftgloom Coyote, Paw Patch Formation, and then at common you have Warren Elder and Treeguard Duo. And I'm not entirely sure what to take. It's the Coyote here or the Treeguard Duo. And I'm going to just take Treeguard Duo. This is a card that I really like. I love being in green over white in general. And I feel like the Treeguard Duo will be a card that I will be happy to play in any deck that I have. So for that reason, I will take the Duo. I think if I was a little more comfortable maybe drafting blue decks, I could first pick the Dourport Mage. But like I said before, blue is definitely not a color that I want to be first pick. It's a color that I'm willing to be after getting past a bunch of blue cards. Here, a rare is missing. The best card in the pack by a wide margin is Vinereap Mentor. So I'm going to take it here and hope that Squirrels is open. That's kind of my happy lane. And this is, technically speaking, the best uncommon in the set. It's this and Hunter's Talent. So I'm happy enough taking it here. Saver is in the pack along with a cash grab. There's a Carrot Cake if you wanted to do the white thing. If we took the Driftgloom Coyote, maybe we take that, although maybe we still take the Saver anyways. But I'm going to take the Vinereap Mentor and hope that Black-Green Squirrels is still on the menu here for us. But our opponent did first pick a rare. We have no idea what that rare is, and we are just going to draft accordingly here. Moving into pack number 3. Yeah, so this pack is also not fantastic. We have a couple of options, okay? And the cards that really stand out to me are Star Charter. I only really like in black-white is Long River Lurker. If I wanted to be blue-green, I could take that. That would have gone really well with the Dourport Mage. Or I can take Corpseberry Cultivator, which goes really well after the Vinereap Mentor. Now, I know blue-green tends to be a little bit more open, and a third pick Lurker might be a sign, but I don't necessarily want to give up on the Vinereap Mentor pick, second pick either. So I do think I will take the Corpseberry Cultivator here over the Long River Lurker. But if we do see a bunch of blue-green stuff, certainly that's a direction that we can choose to go. And now we're looking at a pack that has basically no green and black cards. There's a Thornplate Intimidator in the pack and a Crumb and Get It as the best combat trick in the pack. I'm not a big fan of these artifacts, so for me, it's really the choice between Crumb and Get It and the Thornplate Intimidator. There's also Druid of the Spade, which can be okay, but like if I want it to be green-white, maybe. But I will take Thornplate Intimidator here. Okay. Well, it seems to me that white feels more open now. I am not seeing a whole lot of green, so I feel like this is a turning point for us where we need to make an adjustment here to try to kind of get out of the hole that we're in. And here I have the choice between Life Creed Duo and Moonrise Cleric. I do like Moonrise Cleric, but I'm going to opt to take the 2-drop here in case, and I just feel like 2-drops are more important. They're both very good with what the color combination is trying to do. So I will take that here, and maybe there's a weird world where we can pivot into black-white. It's a very, very late pivot, but just recognizing what I see from these packs, I just don't think green is available here. So I'm going to take another Life Creed Duo and see if black-white is where we need to be. Black by itself might not be super open, but I feel like the black-white color combination is open. So I will take Life Creed Duo number 2 and see if we could lean really heavily into the black-white life gain deck and try to find some of the payoff cards. So I'm just going to keep taking these Life Creed Duos here. They work very, very well as long as we make sure we get the payoff cards to go with it. That's a fairly late Teapot Slinger, but we didn't see a whole lot of other red cards to go with that. Not seeing a lot of black, so like I said, black is being drafted, but hopefully we can get the black-white card specifically. There's a Treetop Sentinels Sentries if we want it to be green, but I'm going to just keep taking these duos because I feel like this is maybe where we need to be. But again, I need to pick up the cards to go with this, right? Here we have a pretty weak pack. I don't really want to take these blue cards, although this is a bird. Maybe there's a world where we can take the Dazzling Denial, but maybe we're going to be short on playables. Like, is there a world where we go blue-white? I'm going to take this because I think it has the most upside of what we have here so far. If we end up in blue-white, it's not a color combination that I'm looking forward to being, but if that's where we need to be, that's where we need to be. And the Plume Creed Mentor tabled. So this is not a good color combination. I'm full stop. There's a Stargaze though. I'm not seeing a lot of black. It feels like blue-white might be where we need to be. We're going to lose out on 4 picks here as a result, but hopefully this gives us a playable combination of cards. And I'm really hoping that this gets it done. Now I'm going to take Runaway Together, I think, over Thought Chucker. I don't think either are particularly good. And now I'll take Seed Pod Squire. I really don't like this combination, but the Plume Creed Mentor tabled, and this just felt like it was supposed to be our lane. So I'm going to take this here, but not be super happy about it. I'm taking the Bark Form Harvester just because I'm a little bit concerned I'm not going to have enough playables. And if I'm not going to have enough playables, then I just need to play this. Yeah, I mean, this is not a start that I'm loving by any means. But like I said, I saw no black cards, really. And really almost no green cards either. Now, we opened a Tender Wildglade, right? You see this card and you're like, okay, well, maybe you're just supposed to stay the course. I just don't think that I should. I feel like I need to just try to draft some semblance of a reasonable blue-white deck here and go about our day. And I'm taking a really, really weak first pick here. I'm going to take Nettleguard. It's good with Seed Pod Squire. It's a 2-drop. And one note is that Life Creed Duo isn't particularly strong without the black-white life gain synergy, so this is also kind of worse. Here we have, I guess I'm just going to keep taking all the birds. I'm going to take Shrike Force here. There's an Emberheart Challenge. There's a Harvest Right Host, but I have no rabbits. So I guess I just take Shrike Force here. There's a Waxbane Witness, but these are pretty free. So I feel like I'm going to be able to get those fairly late. And they do work pretty well with the Life Creed Duos that we have. There's an Azure Beastbinder. This card is great. 2 mana for a 1/3 Vigilance card. It's very hard to block. And it just shuts creatures down. There's that or Splash Lasher. But I'm going to take the Azure Beastbinder. I think this card is fantastic. I do think Splash Lasher is also very good. But here we are. Man, all these mythics are terrible. And now we have this combination. I don't like Moonrise Cleric in a deck that's not white-black just because I think it's too hard to cast. So for me, I think I'm just going to take Sugarcoat as a removal spell. I think Finch Formation is something that you can just get for free later on. So I'd much rather just have a removal spell, and that's kind of the first removal spell we have available in our blue-white deck. Now we have the choice between Jolly Gerbils and Shore Up. This is mostly just a 2-mana 2/3. I don't really have any ways to give gifts just yet, but it is another just solid 2-mana card. So I'm going to take it here. Really just need to get some of these good blue cards, but not seeing it. Happy enough with Warren Elder. Never disappointed about this. We do have a really, really nice curve here with just a bunch of 2s. You know, I really thought I was going to get more 5s though, or sorry, more blue cards, but I'm not. I don't really like Into the Floodmaw. I don't think I need Life Creed Duo number 4. So it's between Mind Spiral and Sky Skipper Duo. Do I have anything to do with this? I have a Plume Creed Mentor. I guess I'll just take it here just because I'm not a big fan of Mind Spiral. And I don't really want Life Creed Duo number 4. If I can find some other way to, you know, it's good with Plume Creed Mentor. If I can find some other ETB effects, that would be good. Really, really wish I took that Driftbloom Coyote first pick now. Here, I'll take Crumb and Get It. Very solid combat trick. Very, very nice combination with Jolly Gerbils. And hey, this is a playable combination of cards, but not especially strong. I do expect to table the Seed Pod Squire, which I do think should be okay, although we'll note that we have mostly flyers here, so it's not even that insane. It's good with the Nettle Guard, good with the Azure Beastbinder, so not something that I'm prioritizing super highly here. Definitely need some more interaction, definitely need to get all the good multicolor cards, but we're just not seeing any, right? Like the way that this blue-white deck works is I need to get all the Signpost blue-white cards. And this is just a weak Signpost blue-white card. I need Plume Creed Mentors. I just need like 3 of these in the last pack to really feel like I'm going to have a chance here. But just taking a look at our seed, I just felt like this is where we were supposed to be. Waxbane Witness is fine. It's a decent flyer. We do have triple Life Creed Duo. I will take a Pileated Provisioner here, something that you can blink. But these are all filler level cards. But then again, blue-white is a filler level combination. Now we take Hoarders. Oh, man. I do not like where we are right now. I'm just full stop. I am not very, very happy with this combination of cards. What does Valley Flood Color do? You may cast non-creature spells. I don't have 4 non-creature spells, so I don't think I'm going to take this. I'm going to take the Driftbloom Coyote just as a removal effect. I think this is probably one of the better cards I can have. Hopefully we table the Dire Downfall or Dire Downdraft, but happy with the Driftbloom Coyote there. And now we see all these green cards. What is this? Paw Patch Recruit and Thornvault Forager, and somehow there's a pack with Paw Patch Recruit and Thornvault Forager here. I guess I take Feather of Flight. There's really nothing else for us. Just give absolutely everything flying. I will slam Splash Lasher. I do think this card's fantastic. There's a Nocturnal Hunger and a Sonar Strike as well. But Splash Lasher is great. Just going to try to figure out what I want to cut here. Something like that. What do we have here? There's a Cash Grab if we want it to be black-green. There's a Harvest Right Host, but we have, like, no rabbits. Just no rabbits at all. But what else do we take? I think I'm just going to take it anyways over the Moonrise Cleric. You do need to have some non-flyers. It's still a 3-mana 3/3, and if I can figure out if I can get a card that makes multiple rabbits, like Head of the Homestead, although it's Head of the Homestead or Feather of Flight. I think it's just Feather of Flight. I just feel like my game plan here is pretty simple. Kill them with flyers. I will take the interactive spell here into Dire Downdraft. Our spells are okay. Our spells are okay. These are the cards that we're not playing on the right side. We have an okay mana curve. We have some ways to lock things down with the Splash Lasher and the Driftbloom Coyote. And here, I don't really need another Finch Formation or a Runaway together. I'll take Uncharted Haven just to make my mana better. And that is another Harvest Right Host that I'll play in my deck. Although, like I said, I don't have a ton of rabbits. I wonder if I'm supposed to play this, the Life Creed Duo Waxbane Witness thing. There's another Waxbane Witness, or a Light Shell Duo. I think I just take another Waxwing Witness. Skyskipper Duo doesn't seem particularly strong. 5 mana 3/3 flyer is just a pretty bad rate. I'd rather have the 3/4 here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 targets for the Provisioner. There's a Water Spout Warden. I guess I'll take the Counterspell. I can see a world where I board this in. I don't think I want to main deck it, though. This was a rough draft. I mean, this was just a super rough draft. I think this deck is okay, but I don't think that this has what it takes to get 4. The good colors were heavily contested. After a reasonable start, I just felt like we needed to make the swap. Maybe not. Maybe I'm still supposed to just fight everybody. But this is what we have. This is what we have. It's a little bit disappointing, but it is what it is. And we need to make the most of what we have available here. And the plan here is to, like I said, curve out. We have a bunch of flyers. And with Feather of Flight, survive. Maybe the Life Creed Duo is something that allows us to gain enough life to be able to race our opponents and just win in the air. This does combo well with the Waxwing Witness. I could cut this still. We do need to make 2 cuts. I think I want to play all my spells. We have a lot of birds for the Dazzling Denial. I like all my 2-drops as well. Nettle Guard is pretty nice with Harvest Right Host and the double Seed Pod Squires. Oh gosh, this is so disappointing. So disappointing. I think I'm probably going to cut that. I could also cut the Provisioner and just maybe keep my curve lower. I think I like the Seed Pod Squires. And the Splash Slasher is great. The Driftgloom Coyote is great. The thing is, with the Feather of Flights, the Provisioner does get a little bit worse in the sense that I'm just going to probably just have so many flyers where this just doesn't even get to do anything. So maybe I just play 1 Waxwing Witness to go with my triple Life Creed Duo and just play a cheaper thing that I can play instead of the Pileated Provisioner. So this is the deck that I'm going to play. No card draw. I'm not super thrilled about this. Let's give it a go. Really disappointing draft. Maybe I just shouldn't have played blue and just still fight other people for the other colors. All right, now before round 1 starts, I did want to say, if you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. Patreon.com/paulcheon. Special shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for your support. Gonna play first and make the most of what we have here. All right, Blacksmith's Talent from the opponent. I'm gonna play Life Creed Duo. Raccoon Rallier, okay. Let's see. Yep, certainly just gonna play Harvest Right Host here. Gain a life. Target this. Attack for 2. This is a rabbit. Huh. Maybe I should have waited to try to like play this into this. I thought I had 0 rabbits. I still don't have very many. Land next turn would be very nice because I could keep up Dazzling Denial plus something. Banishing Light on Harvest Right Host most likely, sure. Okay, well, at least we were given a land. I'm going to play Life Creed Duo. Actually, I'm probably just going to play the Beastbinder. This also gets in. And I have 3 evasive creatures. Granted, they're Dinkin and Duncan. But this also shuts down whatever like big nonsense that my opponent can play. And then we're kind of all in on Warren Elder plus Dazzling Denial. Okay, gonna take 4. Ooh, that's a Shrike Force. But I feel like I need to keep up the Dazzling Denial here. So let's go ahead and go Warren Elder. Although I don't actually need to do that. And then attack. Target this. So this is a 3/3 with no abilities, which is at least pretty good for us. The thing is, I deal like no damage. That's the problem. Oh, they just ticked this up? Okay. I think I'm happy trading Warren Elder plus as your Beastbinder for the Seaglaive Mentor. This thing can get out of hand. I think so, at least. They have 3 cards. And then we have the Dazzling Denial. Okay. Beastbinder still down. But we are looking okay here. Gonna just run out Strike Force. Gain a bunch of life. Attack for 4. And then we have 3 flyers in play and the ability to pump them all. So that's also gonna close out games pretty quickly. They can tick this up, but I mean, they hit me for 6. That's it. It's not too bad. Their deck certainly seems fine. Better than what we have, but that's not saying a whole lot. This is the first time I've drafted blue-white too, by the way. Just, I didn't see any of the good black-white. Like, I saw a bunch of late life Kree duos, but I didn't see any of the good payoffs. You know, the Harbingers or the 3/5. Alright, this is going to fail to find, and they're going to crack to try to draw something better. But I will say, you know, these don't hit very hard, but the life gain was very good. I don't know how much life we've gained over the course of this. Alright, so we take 3. What is their last card? Flame Cash Gecko into 2 mana. And then they're probably going to rummage the land in their hand. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Hey, maybe it's a removal spell. Oh, okay. It's a Steam Path Charger. All right. They're at 2 life. I have blockers. I have 3 lethal flyers. It seems like it's gonna be pretty tough given that I'm at 16 for my opponent to finish me off here. I might board in another Waxwing Witness just because it's a 2/4. Just need to be mindful of a card like Rabbit Response. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. They have 1 card. Even if they have Rabbit Response here, we're fine. All right. We got a game. We got a game, but our opponent's deck certainly looks very, very solid. And we need to just make sure we try to sideboard here accordingly. And I think having access to another 2/4 blocker is pretty good in this matchup. Maybe also another 3/4 here as well. And maybe we look to board out some of the creatures that are worse at blocking, like Finch Formation, I think is pretty bad. And then perhaps Seed Pod Squire is a little bit worse. Maybe I want a Flying Vigilance creature here instead. So I can see doing that as well. Just 4 toughness happens to be pretty nice against the red-white stuff. Although this is still a 5-drop. No, I'll cut a Seed Pod Squire. Just because I feel like, especially on the draw, I'm not going to be the one that's looking to attack with 2 multiple creatures and get that trigger in. So let's, you know, it's small changes, but hopefully they're impactful. Now, that was a very solid draw on our part. We need to do that again. All right, our opponent's going to be on the play. We are on the draw, and we have turn 2 Life Free Duo into Harvest Right Hosts. Definitely keeping. I need to draw like the Plume Creed Mentor every game. That card is awesome. Oh, nothing on turn 2 is interesting. I mean, they might have a removal spell here, I guess. No? Nothing? They're starting turn 3. Oh, Heathborn Battler is quite nice. Or, excuse me, Hearthborn Battler. Let's target that. Hit for 2. Getting a little bit flooded here. The problem with blue-white is just, if you get flooded, you get flooded. There's just not that much flood protection. Like, unless you play the 5-mana draw 3 spell, but that's not very good either. It looks like they're going to try to hit me for 3 here. Sure. No blocks. Wow. Back-to-back lands. That is really, really disappointing. Plan here is to cast Sugarcoat on the Hearthborn Battler. Wow. Okay. All right. Well, another land. We'll do this and see if we can find action. I really do need to find something here. Okay, that's a relevant spell for sure. All right, hit them for 5 in the air. Does this give haste? No, just +1/+1. Oh, double strike and haste. Wow. That hits really hard. They hit a Banishing Light, which they can cast next turn. The rabbit that pumps my team would be amazing. 3, 4, 8 lands? That's so rough. Like, we had a decent start, but just 8 lands is just unacceptable. 8 lands and 5 spells. I just feel like if we don't find something here, we are in some serious trouble. Man, Blacksmith's Talent is no joke. Look at this, I'm just taking 10. Whiskerquill Scribe, sure. And land number 9. Great. Absolutely great. So they have a Banishing Light, which they can use. So I still need to have a blocker available. Banishing Light on Beastbinder, maybe? It could be Harvest Right Host. I have 6 mana up, so they don't know exactly what I have. They can also gain life off the Battler, which makes this worse. But, like, we just needed a relevant spell. That's all. That's simply all there is to it here. Drew 9 lands. 9 lands and 4 spells. Not going to get it done. I don't know how did they make blue so bad? Just how? I feel like I can't go too long. My plan shouldn't be to go too long against the red-white deck. Maybe I'm just supposed to try to race them. So maybe I should just play all my 4-drops. Maybe on the play, I don't play the Pileated Provisioner. Now, if I draw the... Oh, no. They have the stupid... this thing. I think this only makes me take 3. So I'm not going to block. I thought they were going to use Banishing Light on one of my other creatures, and then I kind of needed a creature back to block. Especially, they should have moved the Blacksmith's Talent onto the Whiskerquill Scribe. Because if they did, this would have been a 3/3 double striker. So that was a really big misstep on the opponent, but it's not going to matter, probably. Or they should have played... What are they doing? The sad thing is it doesn't matter. Okay. Plume Creed Mentor. All right. 1 point off of lethal. The thing is, if I attack with this, on the previous turn, they would have just Banishing Lighted my Beastbinder, and I would have just lost anyways. So I'm going to attack with the Beastbinder, shut this off, and keep the Life Creed duo back, because I think I'm going to need that as a blocker. And this is basically a 2-turn clock. Or I guess they have the Battler, don't they? Anyways, this is my only option. Needed this a turn earlier. We're at 5 life. Blacksmith talent is pretty big. Now, the thing is, it doesn't trample. It doesn't make the creature trample. So that's good. They played a land when they have a Whisker Quill Scribe. Interesting. I will make the obvious blocks. This goes here. This is, yeah, a hasty double striker. I will put this here, this here. If they have a trick, I die. I can also trade with the Pathmaker. I can also just trade with the Pathmaker. No, let's block like this. We're never beating a trick. Oh, okay. All right. We're not beating Rabbit Response. All right. Well, it's rough. It is rough times here for us. How do I want to do this when I'm on the play? Do I want another Seed Pod Squire? And just try to fly over. Yeah, let's do that. Let's keep our curve lower. Okay, on the play here, gonna need a really good draw. It's gonna be what we need for the entirety of this draft. That is a really good draw. Phenomenal draw for the deck. Turn 2 Warren Elder into turn 3 Plume Creed Mentor. It's about as good of an opener as you can hope for. We get to play the turn 3 Mentor. This is the card that I really was hoping I could at least pick up another copy of because I tabled it, and we just didn't see any. Or just hope to get like a late... So hope to get a Castrol that nobody wants. Stuff like that. But sadly, that was not the case here for us. Please do not kill my Warren Elder. Like, blue-white's the worst color combination, and also it just... you need, like, flyers and non-flyers, too. It's just so... not great. I'm not trading with the Nettle Guard here, because next turn I can play Waxwane Witness, and then pump my Warren Elder one more time. We'll see what they choose to do here. Maybe blue-white needed some kind of bird that like draws you cards or something. You know what I mean? If they have a removal spell, they should probably kill the Plume Creed Mentor. Yeah. All right. Drew a land here. Not great. That's 6 lands. We kept the 3-lander and drew 3 lands in a row, I think. So if we don't draw like spells for the rest of the game, this is going to be very, very tough for us. Seedglaive Mentor is kind of a house. Man, how did I end up here? Oh, and I drew another land, right? I drew 7 land. Like, at least give me good draws, right? Like, if my deck's going to be this bad, at least give me some draws where I can keep up. I mean, it's not like this deck is a 16 land deck either. Big, big draw step here for us. We do have the dire downdraft to deal with the Seedglaive Mentor at least for a turn. They have an interesting decision with the Bravekin Duo. The thing is, I can use my Worn Elder to pump my Waxwing Witness. But if they have another combat trick, it's really bad for me. Oh, come on. Really? That's obnoxious. I don't really have much of a choice here. That's a 7/6 attacking me. And another land. What the, you know what I, like, it's, what am I supposed to do? Right? What am I supposed to do? All right. Drew 8 lands. We're taking 1,000,000 damage here. $11 damage here? Why does this have vigilance too? I'm at 3. And they had another creature. Okay. All right, we drew an Azure Beastbinder. They're at 9 life. We can use that to target the Warren War Leader. Attack with just the flyer. Then we'll pass, and I'll keep up Warren War Leader on defense. Excuse me, Warren Elder on defense. I think we're probably dead. But we'll see. I do have a double activation on Warren Elder. All, you know, depending. The thing is, if they attack with everything, if they put a counter, if they put the equipment on Bravekin Duo, attack with everything and pump everything, I'm dead. If that's what they do. I'm hoping they use the Bravekin Duo though to pump something else. That's kind of my only hope here. But they have one of the best rares in the entire set in the Warren War Leader. And yeah. We'll see what they do. If they find the line, we're dead. Because if they, again, if they move it onto the Bravekin Duo, attack, everything gets +1/+1. That's at least one creature with 3 power getting in. And they saw it. It's too bad. One, two, three. We have 3 blockers. We have 3 blockers. Good game. Yeah, there's nothing we can do. All right, our opponent had a solid red-white deck with the best rare, one of the best aggressive rares in the entire set. And had it not been for that, maybe it would have been closer, but also our draws weren't especially good and our deck's not particularly good. So we have a loss now. And it's if we pick up a second loss, that's it. That is the end of the road for us. We don't get to play out all of our matches. And winning 2 matches here might be very, very difficult. So learning it the hard way, going into blue-white, hoping we can turn this around. We need some luck, a lot of luck. Actually, that's all we need. All right, 4 lands, Life Creed Duo, Feather of Flight, Dire Downdraft. Man, I almost want to play 16 lands. I know it's just sample size, but man, like it's just every game. We'll see. Opponent on red-black on the play. I have a turn 2 Life Creed Duo. They have a turn 2 Steam Path Charger. Yeah, I guess that's the issue with this too, right? It's just like, why did they make it so hard? If you're gonna make it so hard, like make the creatures really good. I won't block. The thing is, if they have a Cinder thing, it's gonna turn on anyways because this deals 1 damage to me. So I would love to draw a Harvest Right card, the Harvest Right card, just because that would allow me to turn on the Mentor, but I don't have it. I'm just going to play it anyways, just because it gains me life. Kindle Spark Duo was definitely not ideal in red-black, but it is a way to guarantee that you can ping me and turn on all the payoff cards. So maybe it's actually fine. That's an interesting attack. I'm going to take it. That signals they have like Savor or some kind of combat trick, so we just need to be mindful of that. Frilled Sharpshooter would be very annoying. Okay, nothing from the opponent. I don't really have a whole lot of plays here. Play my cards. Savor? Oh, Booming Blast. Okay. Blooming Blast, rather. I'm just going to play the Squire, just because it's another creature. I wonder if I should block. I wonder if that's what they had. We'll see. I'll block, I don't care. Just force them to do the thing. Yep, Scales of Shale, sure. I'm not going to be in a position to dire downdraft them in response anytime soon, so. They have 2 cards in hand. Let's attack. And we will run out the Coyote here. And hope they don't have a removal spell. Alright, I got a 4/5. You crazy, man. Alright, I take it. Teapot Slinger. Okay. All right. Well, they're clearly representing something here. So I'm going to block the Steam Path Charger if they attack me again? Nope, they're not. In which case, I should probably just bounce this. All right, they're at 14. I'm at 11. Would like to draw another critter of some kind. Maybe they have a removal spell here for my coyote. Okay. What you got? Land into nothing. I don't think they have a removal spell, so I'm just going to run this out to try to find something. And then I'm going to attack. But this puts them on a 2-turn clock. Or rather, I don't think they have a way to kill my coyote. All right. Hey, we got game 1 against the other opponent too. They got flooded this time around. They are playing a red-black deck. Again, a more aggressive, it's a more proactive deck. So definitely want another Waxbane Witness. We can cut a... What's our curve like? All right, we can cut a Finch formation. Pileated Provisioner can also be okay, maybe. All right, I'm doing something crazy here. I feel like our deck's bad enough where... And I don't have enough things to do, and I have lots of 2-drops, and I have 2 flights that cantrip, that I'm going to just go to 16 lands and just do something that's a little bit riskier, especially on the draw, just because I'm a little concerned that I'm going to run out of gas. Okay. We are up a game on the draw, and we have a perfectly fine hand. So we're going to keep Live Creed Duo into Harvest Rite Host. They have a 1-drop. Oh, man, we lost to this card already. We're going to lose to it again. All right, we have Jolly Gerbils, which is pretty good. A couple of interesting sequencing questions here. Might want to go Jolly Gerbils. For number 1, it blocks really well. And then number 2, I can go Plume Creed Mentor into Live Creed Duo. So yeah, why don't we go Jolly Gerbils? Here's the question though, if they tick this up, what do I do? Like, do I block? Or do I just let this happen? If I take 3... Alternatively, I can play Harvest Rite Host next turn and then Plume Creed Mentor that. The thing is, they can always equip something, so you know what? I'm just going to take it. And then, do we want to attack? Do we want to trade? I'm going to play a little more defensively because we're on the draw. Because I feel like they're going to be incentivized here to kill my Plume Creed Mentor. And if they do, they can't attack through my Jolly Gerbils. All right, so they have a 4/5. Oh, I thought this had reach. It's a menace creature. It's got menace. Okay. All right, let's keep growing the gerbils and attack with this. Probably going to have to take the 4 here, and then we're just kind of in a racing situation. Happy enough blocking with Seed Pod Squire. But the Teapot Slinger will take. We're probably going to take like 6 damage this turn if you think about it. Unless they tick up the Blacksmith's Talent and just try to go all in on Teapot Slinger. If they do that, they hit me for 8. It's menace too. So they can kill my creatures. So if they do that, then Teapot Slinger guarantees to hit me for 8. Yep. That's a big investment, though. Mana-wise. Like, if I have any interactive removal spell, it is an absolute disaster for them. Okay. They're going for it, though. Okay, so we just have to be very, very mindful about that. And move forward. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We are not in a position to kill our opponent here. What do I want to do? Oh my gosh, this is big. How do I want to attack? I can attack with the gerbils and the seed pod squire, but that seems kind of suicidal. I can attack with seed pod squire and Jarly gerbils. But then they can block. I wonder if there's some combination of cards that allows me to kill them with the Shrike Force, because this is 4 damage, 6 damage, 8 damage. But the main priority here is to just not die to this Teapot Slinger. I do have a Crumb and Get It, which is going to make things very, very difficult for them. Hired Claw, okay. Frill the Sharpshooter, okay. Well, I don't think they can attack me. All right, I'm at 7 though, so I do need to try to find a way to close this out relatively quickly. Does this also have Menace? Oh, it sure does. Do they both have Menace? They sure do. So the Slinger is like a free attack, even? That's pretty gross. Well, we're gonna, I think, yeah, we're gonna Crumb and Get It here, gift them a card, and then make it indestructible, so I guess I liked how this is playing out, but they're just at such a high life total. Blacksmith's Talent, I need to find some kind of interaction. Attack with the Charger too, why not? Alright. How will they order this? Yep, that makes sense. Okay. And then... Alright, this is good. Yeah, both my creatures live. That was fantastic. That was fantastic. Alrighty, we are at 6 life. I need to gain some life, maybe. This is so unbelievably scary. They're at 16. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 damage. All right. Let's attack with this. And this. We have 4 blockers at 6 life. We can block everything. Okay, that... Oh, it gives that haste. I forgot about the haste. Oh, I'm at 4. Does that kill us? No, no, that doesn't get Menace. That doesn't get Menace. I can chump it. I can chump. Chumping is on the table. We're not quite dead. We go to 3, Double block here, block, and block. And we're fine. Wow, this is super close. I just need to survive this attack and I can kill them with my flyers. Even if the Harvest Right host lives, we'll see, well, I mean, we'll see what happens here. Yeah, this is fine. I'll just block here. It doesn't have trample, so. All right. Feather of Flight. None of these have reach, right? And we're good. Whew. Okay, got one. Got one. Oh my gosh. Well, I could have actually pumped it first, then give it flying. So that's a good thing to know for future. We are 1-1. And the next win, so we got a bunch of gems, which we don't care about. The next win is big. It's $500. We are now playing for cash. Let's take a look at our deck once again, just to make sure that we have the cards that we want. I think Finch Formation is probably just terrible. So I'm going to cut that. And you know what's weird? Is I almost want to play this Bark Form Harvester. Just because it's a non-flying creature to play on turn 3. Is that crazy? Okay. I don't think it's too crazy. I'm going to play it. It's also a rabbit for this. I don't think it's good, but I do think it's better actually than the 3-mana 2/2 flyer. Just because it works really well with the Plume Creed Mentor. We have a couple of Feather Flights anyways. And then we have like the Seed Pod Squires. And then maybe we play the Pileated Provisioner or the Waxbane Witness. I'll play that. And I'm going to cut a land too. Let's go a little spicy here. All right, first match for money. Need to get, like I said, very lucky. I actually don't like my chances against somebody named Opt. That means they've been playing for a while. 2 islands and a bunch of cards that we can't cast. Got a mulligan. I will keep this hand. It's not insane. But, you know, obviously my deck can't really afford the mulligan because it's so bad. And our opponent... Every opponent on Blacksmith's Talent, man. Okay, well, we have turn 3 Harvest Right Host into Seed Pod Squire. Playing against another aggressive deck. Really, everybody just loving to do the aggressive thing here right now. If I don't find a land, then I will give this flying. Please don't have Take Out the Trash. They probably do. In which case, our hand just kind of falls apart. Never mind. Okay, if I draw a land, then I'm playing the Seed Pod Squire. If not, then I'm running out Feather of Flight. Cindering Cutthroat from the opponent. All right, we missed on the land drop, so I'm going to cast Feather of Flight here. Missed the land drop here. This could have been the land, actually. We are getting punished. We are getting punished. Gonna board in the other Waxbane Witness. Instead of doing that, why wouldn't you just tick up Blacksmith's Talent? I guess they must have another 2-drop to play. Okay, sure. All right. Land. Attack for 4 in the air. And that's a 4/3. Oh, this doesn't even fly. It's not even close at that point. I'm just going to play the Waxbane Witness. Maybe I should cut one of the Seed Pod Squires. I have so many flyers. Definitely bringing this one in, especially on the draw. Just 2/4 is just a lot better, stats-wise. Now they don't have a great attack. What they can do is tick up Blacksmith's Talent. And then move this over to the Nettle Guard. And then that can hit me, but the Cindering Cutthroat can't hit me unless they give it Menace. Okay, well, we're blocking. We just have to make them play out their tricks, you know what I mean? There's just not much I can do. Like Crumb and get it, probably. Oh, that's even better. Yeah, that's brutal. Absolutely brutal. Whisker Quill Scribe into... Move, loot, sure, okay. Land. I mean, I guess it's just play a 3/4 flyer, right? This should just be able to target anything. Like, it's a 5-mana 3/4 flyer. Come on. Trying to put ourselves in position to win here. They have 3 cards in hand, though. This is just really rough. If they use Nettleguard to kill my Feather Flight, I could put another one on it and play Barkform Harvester to pump it. That would be nice. I'm not technically dead. Yeah, well, they attacked, so we are in all kinds of trouble. Let's block the Cutthroat here. Oh my gosh. Wait, why wouldn't they... Wait, what does this do? Yeah, whatever. Okay, we're at 5. They're at 8. There's a Heartfire Hero, and... Don't play... How many things do you have? And why didn't they equip? I mean, am I just dead here? Like, is my best bet to attack? I'm at 5. They have a menace creature. I think my best bet is to attack. And hope they use the Nettleguard to kill my Feather. Which I'm okay with. And then they block. Okay. That's fine. Okay, and then now I get to play this post-combat and draw a card. Okay. Oh my gosh. We're at 4 life. We are technically not dead. Depends on what they draw. But them sacrificing this and blocking this was... Oof. That give us a that's giving us a glimmer of hope here. We have a double block available to stay alive. But I don't think we have a lethal attack. And we'll see what they do. Oh, they can move everything over to the Cinder Cutthroat and then activate Blacksmith's Talent, I guess. I don't know why they're not just leveling up the Blacksmith's Talent. Like, I just don't know why that's not happening. Oh, I guess because they had a Bravekin duo? Does that even explain it? I don't know. Oh, man. So much damage, potentially. They need 7 mana. I don't think they want a double block, so... Gain a life. I mean, I could have done a Feather or Flight and try to go for a 2-turn clock there. Oh no, I can't because they have short bow, so that's not really an option. What a close game. Closer than I anticipated. I thought I was just dead, given the combat tricks that they had. So they have Bravekin Duo. If they Bravekin Duo the Whisker Quill Scribe, I mean, we'll see what they do. I can't really predict what they're going to do. A lot of options. We don't know what they have in hand either. Okay. That thing has Vigilance as well. Oof. They didn't equip with the sword. I'll block here anyways. Doesn't feel great though. Oh, veteran guard mouse. Okay. Wow. Wait, was that lethal? Did I find lethal? Nettle guard, kill short bow, feather of flight, and a harvest right host? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. 5 in the air. Yes. Okay. I cannot believe we won that game. Okay, this is going to be a really, really tough matchup though. Man, I wish I could board in the Wildfire Howl somehow. Let's bring in Waxwing Witness. Seedpod Squire has been awful. There's Runaway Together, but I'm going to need something on my side. But they have a lot of combat tricks, and bounce spells are pretty good against combat tricks. But the thing is, I need to have something in play as well to make that work. I think I'm just going to cut another one and bring this in. Seedpod Squire seems terrible in this matchup. All right, let's try this. Let's try this. Runaway Together, especially with Blacksmith's Talent and whatnot. I think it can do some work. All right, on the draw here, need a good one. One land with double Life Creed Duo and a bunch of cards here. I'm keeping. Like I said, it's just a function of my deck just not being particularly strong. Going double Life Creed Duo in this matchup seems quite good. So, drew the land, fantastic. Let's just keep running out Life Creed Duos here. Do I block? No. Land would be obviously very good here. Bravekin Duo and Nettleguard. Jeez. Nettleguard's, yeah. The thing, I don't have any removal. Like, my deck is just... This is such a horrible matchup. I'm gonna have them use a combat trick now. Oh, wow, they didn't have anything? I should have blocked the previous turn, I guess. And they didn't use the Bravekin Duo. They must have the Guard Mouse. Alright, this is getting ridiculous. I don't know how I get out of this. This is just... yeah, okay. What can you do? I have a double block available here. And it's more like a double block and hope they have nothing type situation. Oh, I mean, if they have anything, we're just dead. Mabel's Metal? Okay. All right, we lose this game. Yeah, maybe I should have mulliganed. I don't know. My deck, though, I will say, my deck is incapable of beating that start. It's just literally incapable of doing so. All right, we're on the play here. I'm going to try to get a little more aggressive here. And maybe Runaway Together is still a little bit too slow. No, I'll split the difference. I'll go 1 and 1. All right, here we go. On the play. 16 lands, a little risky, I know. Our curve is fairly low. Just give us like a couple lands. Come on! So frustrating. What do I want? What do I want to keep? All right. I think I want to keep the Harvest Right Host because I can go turn 3 Host into Mentor. And I think the Lasher is also quite good here. But nothing to play on turn 2. And our opponent has turn 1 Duo into turn 2 Nettle Sentinel, probably. Or whatever. Whisker Quill is not as bad for us. Alright. Harvest Right Host. Next turn we can Plume Creed Mentor and then just get that going. And hopefully that's enough. Was honestly really just hoping for like a triple mulligan from the opponent. Okay, they sandbag the land forever. Oh my gosh, yeah, this is a disaster. An absolute disaster. I'm gonna play the Mentor. I have to be aggressive. Simple as that. Like, I have to be aggressive. The only way I win is somehow trying to outrace them, I feel. So, attack for 4. Don't let them use their combat tricks that well against me. Use Splash Lasher to tap down their stuff. That is my route to victory. Is it a good route to victory? No. What a start. Bravekin Duo, Whisker Quill into Flowerfoot Swordmaster. That is just so much damage. I can't believe I drafted the worst archetype in the entire format, playing for the highest stakes ever. I don't know what I needed to do. I think maybe white-red. It's so tough because I started black-green. I picked up some of those duos, but I didn't see any black cards to go with it. It was just an extremely tough seat. Take it all. Take it all. Oh my gosh. Oh man, I'm at 13. I don't know that I could afford to wait on the Splash Lasher. I think I just have to play it to tap down this Thistledown players. Like I said, just trying to race. I think this gives me the best chance of winning. Are we likely to win? I don't think so. They didn't attack with the duo. Wow. 3, 6, 9. Okay. Well, I'm going to block the scribe. Three, 6, 9. Plus a 1-mana pump spell, and I guess that gets us. I feel like I just need to block the biggest creature, right? Plains would be okay, because I can go Nettleguard plus Waxwing Witness. This is certainly going to use the combat trick out of their hand. The thing is, they attack me with Bravekin Duo. They could have used the Duo to like pump the Swordmaster and get in for a bunch. I see. This might be lethal. But they're targeting that. Yep. All right. Wow. I mean, what a start. There's not much I could have done. There is not much I could have done. The thing that I could have done differently here was just draft a better deck. And, you know, this feels really, really bad. You know, just starting out 4-0 with one of the best draft decks I've ever drafted. To put ourselves in a really excellent position here to make money. And unfortunately just drafted, not only did I draft the best deck I've ever drafted, I drafted the worst deck I've ever drafted into my format. And those are the swings. Those are the swings in this format. And this one really stings. But I have no one to blame but myself in terms of how my deck ended up. Taking a look at what we had here, we started out with the Tree Guard Duo over, I believe, the Blue Rare. The Blue Rare would have been fine. But man, the blue cards are just so bad in this format. And I think I was fighting people for blue. I don't know. It felt like white was reasonably open, so that's something that I could have done. Additionally, I took Tree Guard Duo over Dripclone Coyote because I prefer the green decks, but green was extremely cut off as well. Aside from the fact that in pack 3, I did see a pack with Paw Patch Recruit and the Thornblade Forager. So maybe I should have just continued staying the course and just fight people. I think that's just better, honestly, than just even attempting to draft blue. And what really got me was just the fact that I saw the Plume-Creed Mentor table, and that gave me hope. I was like, hey, you know, I tabled the Mentor, get a Sugarcoat, Splash Lasher, like I have some decent cards, but like blue dried up. So I just should have gotten off of it. I should have taken this Mentor and just gone off of it. But, you know, taking the duos, like that set me up where maybe I can go white-black. The duos don't really work well with white-red. And that was the problem. We took these duos, but this is mostly a white-black card. And maybe I should have taken something else. I just thought this was the best card. The other option I had when I took the duo was the Moonrise Cleric. Maybe I should have stayed the course. I'm going to have to look back. Perhaps we should have just ended up being a bad black-white deck. Despite everything, I don't know that our deck would have ended up particularly strong. It just seems like it was going to be really, really tough. But given our start, maybe we should just keep taking the black and green cards. But this is a most unfortunate, disappointing finish given the 4-0 draft in the first pod. And I am never, you are not going to catch me dead drafting another blue-white deck after what happened in this draft. But the deck it just felt bad. The deck just felt bad. Just not enough. The thing is, the blue-white thing is just broken. Like it's not functional. It's not very good. Like the blue cards are not only bad, but the signpost cards or the cards that are supposed to be good in the blue-white decks are also kind of underwhelming. Plume-Creed Mentor is legitimately good, but I think that's like the only card. Like Seed Pod Squire needs to be better, right? This needs to be like, you know, maybe a 2-4. I don't know. But this needs to be better as the signpost common of the set, and it's just not. And the Provisioner is also quite bad. So anyways, blue-white, don't draft it if there's anything that we learned. And sadly, we are not going to be cashing in this event, and we are only going to come home with 15,000 gems. So we have a bunch of gems, but that's obviously not the result that we wanted. Was really, really hoping for the 2K. Really, really sad. Okay, well, we're going to go back at it, of course, do some more drafts. And hopefully you learned something from this. I know I definitely did. Really a hard time to learn given what was on the line here, but it is what it is. It is what it is. We'll come back tomorrow stronger and hope to get a trophy in tomorrow's draft video. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Feel free to hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. Patreon.com/paulcheon is the link. Finally, this video is brought to you by tcgplayer.com. Go to tcgplayer.com for all your TCG singles and sealed product needs. Make sure you click that affiliate link in the description below. And finally, if you want Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories, there's no better place than heavyplay.com, heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order on all their products. Playmats, deck boxes, sleeves, etc. You name it, they got it. Check them out. Thank you so much for watching. Was really hoping to at least 500, but not to be. There's another one at the end of the month. So hopefully we can bounce back strong and win that one. But what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I don't know. I'm just pulling out sayings out of my butt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you tomorrow.